She's like, "Oh, you know what you did? I can't believe you did it." I'm like, "I didn't do that. Like, that was, you dreamed this whole thing. It's in your head." Hello, this is Marriage Matters, and this is Travis.
And I'm Bridget.
And today we're going to be talking about each other's pet peeves from a perspective of a couple that has been married for 30 years. We were high school sweethearts. Got married not long after we graduated, and so we've had our ups and downs, but we wanted to start off by keeping this fairly lighthearted, and I think this is basically going to be a way to embarrass me as much as possible because,
No, it's equal.
Bridget has put in a pile of topics into this bowl, and we're going to pick one out. I have not prepared for any of this. So she has written all these topics down. I don't know what all of them are.
No, to be fair, we've come up with these over the past year or so.
Yes, so
it's not like I just sat down and...
But you've added quite a few in here that I am not aware of, and I'm pretty sure when we're talking about pet peeves, 98% of these involve me, and I'm going to have to defend myself. But anyway, completely unprepared for this. Don't know how it's going to go, but are you going to choose or you going to choose? I'll let you choose. You pull the topic out. All right, so topic one.
Topic one. This may be short. It may go on for 20 minutes.
Yep, we don't know. Let's see. And I cannot get the piece of paper unfolded. All right. The topic is Bridget having to keep up with antibacterial hand sanitizer all the time. Do you want to? You start.
Okay. So every time we go somewhere, we go out to eat, guess who has to keep up with the hand sanitizer? I could say, I'm not going to take my wallet. And he's like, well, what about the hand sanitizer? So we have it in our car. We have it in my purse. We have it in your truck. It's everywhere. And there's certain times where I just want to take in my wallet and not have to keep up with this. And then he thinks that he can't eat a meal without having hand sanitizer first.
All right.
So this drives me crazy.
In all fairness,
this has been going on for years.
Yeah, in all fairness, I was using hand sanitizer religiously before COVID ever hit. So I made it cool before it came cool. So let's just start with that. But my big thing as a restaurant is if you have touched a menu with your hands that everybody else has touched, or a ketchup bottle, or the salt and pepper shaker, like, you don't know what the people before have done. They've probably like licked their fingers and touched stuff and ugh.
Okay, but who's sicker all the time, me or you?
Oh, I'm sick all the time, but that's been from the very beginning.
He kills his
immune system. Yeah, but I don't want to touch nasty stuff, and I can't. I use hand sanitizer. I've got it in my truck. I've got it on my backpack. I've got it in my office. I've got it here. Like
he comes home with the big, I don't know what you call it.
Hang on.
The big bottles of it.
You can keep talking while I'm getting that.
Well, this one's probably fairly new too.
Well, it's empty.
He refills them, takes them to work.
Yeah, so that's the big bottle.
He brings home his little bottle from work and fills it up with that and takes it back.
Yeah.
So
here's the little bottle we usually take with us when we go to like a restaurant anyway, but it's small, compact size.
But just quit using it all the time.
It's nasty. No, can't do it.
And as long as you're not licking your fingers, who cares?
But you're picking up a hamburger or you're eating a roll and I'm touching it, so whoever's licked their fingers and touched that and then I've touched it, now it's on my hand. No, that's gross. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. So, but I think the thing is, it's not so much that I use a hand sanitizer, it's the fact that you don't want to have to keep up with the hand sanitizer. Correct. So maybe that's all I got to do. I just got to change my ways. It's just that she normally has her purse with her, and it's got a little extra space. All I have is like my wallet, my car keys, and my phone. So maybe I need to get one of those, like a lanyard, and I just mount it like right here, and I carry it with me at all times.
But as I'm getting older, I don't like carrying a 20-pound purse or backpack around because it hurts my back. So
like Harry Potter, Like when they have like the little potion, like you have like a little potion that you can, like I'll just carry that around with it. That'd be cool. I may start a trend.
But the kids' doctor told me when they were little that it's good to build up your immune system and to not put that stuff on their hands like all the time.
Yeah, but I'm old. I have, like I'm...
I remember when Brianna used to use it and when she was in school, like kindergarten, first, second grade, they'd give that stuff to them all the time. And then one time she came home and her little hands were just red and cracked and broke out, and so we just quit using it on her.
Yeah, but my hands don't do that because I'm old school. I'm like Timex. I take a licking and keep on ticking, except for when I get sick all the time because I'm using too much.
But you don't need it. You don't need it.
I agree, but so just because we'll get on to another topic because nobody wants to hear us discuss hand sanitizer that long. I've just basically, this is, as I mentioned, it's a pet peeve of hers of what I do that I've got.
But you get aggravated though if I don't have it.
Yeah, because it's life and death. COVID. Remember COVID?
I remember during COVID I got the last bottle in Target. That big bottle like you had. And there was a little old couple walking around and they were trying to find some. And I had to make that decision. Do I take this home to my husband who thinks he may die because he doesn't have hand sanitizer, or do I give it to this little old couple? And I gave it to the little old couple.
I didn't know that.
I did.
Oh, see,
it was the last bottle in the whole store.
She chose strangers over her husband.
I did.
That's where we're at.
I couldn't. They needed it more than we did.
I agree. They probably did, but still, you see how I get treated. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Next topic.
I'm doing one.
A great reveal.
Dream cheating.
Oh my gosh, this is the worst. This is the worst. This one actually is probably my pet peeve. So, just to describe what this is when one of us has a dream at night and it involves cheating on our spouse has cheated on us. And so this doesn't happen to me. Like, I don't have that dream. But there's been multiple times where she has woken up and like the next morning she's not talking to me. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And she's like,
they're so real.
Like, you know what you did. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then it takes me forever to get the information out of you. And then you're like, you know what you did. You cheated with me with so-and-so or whatever. And I'm like, in your dream? Like, how do I apologize for that?
But now I can't even remember. I can't remember anything about them.
I know you've done it at least 3 times.
I know.
And I mean, you've been madder than a hornet.
You've done it once or twice. When you've woken up.
I don't no, I don't
But you're like, you did one time. You were sad. I was just mad.
Yeah, and then like 15 minutes later, I'm like, all right, I'm out of it. Like 6 hours later, and she's like, well, you know what you did. I can't believe you did it. I'm like, I didn't do that. Like, that was, you dreamed this whole thing. It's in your head. Like, do I have to fall asleep and then have a dream where I apologize to you in my dream? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know how
that's a good idea.
I don't know. But I feel like that one is completely out of my control. So.
And I can't even remember if it was even with somebody we both know. I don't know.
I don't either. I just know I know you were mad, and
But I know this happens to other couples too, so I don't feel so bad.
Listen, I do plenty of stuff to make her mad. That one is not on me. I can't. All right, I'm going to another topic because that one, I can't even defend that one. So let me pick one. Let's see what this one comes up with. You use these little Post-it notes and I can't get them open. Oh no. God. Toilet paper hoarding.
It's all you. It's all you.
Toilet paper hoarding. So, when COVID hit, I mean, everybody knows they went through the great toilet paper shortage. And I think I kind of got wind of it maybe the day before it went nuts. And so I went and got some toilet paper. And I'm not talking about like getting a pallet load of toilet paper. It was just trying to scrounge up anything you had because we'd let our supply get down. We had like maybe 3 or 4 rolls in the whole house. And I'm like, man, I don't know how long this is going to last. What's going on? So I don't know. I bought like 3 or 4 packs of toilet paper, and it's like the stuff that I normally don't get. It was off-brand, but it was at least we had something. And then like during COVID, as we're going through it, like I would find a pack somewhere and I would buy some. And then as the toilet paper started to get back into supply, yeah, I did start to build up a little bit.
But you got to a point where you were sneaking it
I
from
had to.
me.
She was making fun of me.
Like,
for being
I would
prepared.
go into a closet and there would be a pack or two of toilet paper, and then we'd put something in the back of his truck, like in the, not the back, but the cab. I guess it's the cab area, and there'd be like a huge pack of toilet paper just sitting there.
I did. I was
Like-
sneaking around because I knew she would make fun of me. So I had like 2 12 packs in the back of my truck. I had, I've still got it out there now. I think there's like a 24 pack that's out in the closet.
There is,
out on the balcony area, and then there's one in our son's
Yeah, we got another
bathroom
video
where I've
of
got
this.
and then there's the one in the office closet. That's some more, and then we have like the normal. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's excessive. I mean,
No,
we
it's
got,
excessive.
we got 3 or 4
Because we always had plenty before COVID hit.
Yeah.
Like, his thing is not to run out of toilet paper, whereas mine's not to run out of ketchup.
And that's where that's where the priorities are. Really, like ketchup, you can do without ketchup, but toilet paper.
But everybody was panicking, and you could actually go to like the dollar store and get some, or you could go to
there for
Big Lots and they'd have a ton of it.
No, there for like
No.
that first month when everything went crazy, there wasn't like I've got pictures of the store shelves just being completely bare, and so I'm one of those. Listen, I was in the Scouts. Our motto is always be prepared. I wasn't prepared, but as it went through, I started stockpiling where I could find some. And it wasn't where I would go in and, hey, they've got 3 packs and I get all 3 packs. So if they had 3 packs, I would get 1 at that time because I was leaving for others. So, but yeah, I continue as we run out of toilet paper, I replenish what we have. I don't get into the emergency because I don't know when the next COVID thing might hit again. Anyway, you're just picking on me. I'm
No,
going
it's
with it.
ridiculous.
You pick a
Did I tell you
topic.
about the story about when I went to the grocery store and there was one just like the hand sanitizer, there was 1 pack of toilet paper left. And I had it in my hand, and some little old man came down the aisle looking for a pack of toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. And you gave that up too?
No, I didn't give the toilet
Okay.
paper up because I didn't want to have to come home and face the wrath.
No, it was no wrath.
And,
I
and did we even use that roll or that pack?
We have at some point, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, I wouldn't have blamed you, but you know, the fact that you were going to choose
it's
another stranger over your own
toilet
husband.
paper. There was no reason for people to be hoarding.
Listen, I can't
toilet
live.
paper.
I can't live like a caveman. So we got to have toilet paper. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be the good stuff.
It's so ridiculous. Okay, keeping boxes that we don't need. Example: Amazon boxes, cell phone boxes.
Yeah.
He will not get rid of them.
So
Will not.
anytime
get
we
rid of
buy anything like a phone, a TV, computer, like I'm one of those where I feel like, okay, if something happens in like the first 30 days that we need to keep the box in case we have to return it, right? Well, then what happens is I just don't ever get rid of the boxes. Like when we moved a couple of years ago, we still got a storage building, and man, there's so many empty boxes in there, especially TVs. I know like all of our phones, I probably have all the boxes for all of our cell phones that we've had at some point.
And do you ever open them back up?
No.
After you store
No,
them?
but now, I mean, I might be able to, like, here in about 10 more years, I could probably put them in the Smithsonian because we've got some old cell phone.
So as soon as we get a package, I automatically, if I'm 99% sure we're not going to reuse that box to return the item, I automatically break it down. So, but he doesn't. He puts it over on the table, and that's another thing, stacking stuff up on the dining room table.
Man, this is snowballing quick.
But
I gotta have a place to put stuff. Like, I have no
But
space.
it fills up.
Yeah, but I gotta have like a little junk place that I can put stuff and just set it aside temporarily. And when I say temporarily, that's usually 6 months to a year, you know. But anyway,
Okay, one
that
more.
one's probably another topic on here too, that about the whole table.
Yeah, I see. I can think of another one. that just,
Let's see. 30 years of marriage, it's not gonna survive this video. Not staying at places that might be haunted.
okay, this one's on me.
That is on you.
I will not. Nope. If there's even an inkling of a clue that it might be haunted. I'm not going there.
So
I'm not doing it.
Was it last year that we went to Savannah?
Yeah, it was a year or two ago.
All right, a year or two ago, we went to Savannah, and if you don't know or not, Savannah, Georgia, like the whole town is built basically on like one huge graveyard. There's been all kinds of like battles and natural disasters. I think there was a huge fire, a lot of
sicknesses,
plagues, just
whatever.
I mean, it's just huge. So they just basically built on top of like all these graveyards, right? So. Lots of old historic buildings down there. People have definitely died in those buildings. And so when we went to stay, I think she looked at every single hotel, bed and breakfast, inn.
Well, we knew we wanted a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
So I researched every single bed and breakfast, and I finally came to one that wasn't directly in the middle of town. It was a little, probably about a 20-minute walk. It wasn't bad.
But you went through all the comments.
I went through all the reviews. Everything.
Yeah, to see.
Couldn't find anything.
So we found the one place. Everything else, somebody says, "Oh, we had an experience. We saw something or whatever." So, but she looked at all of them, or she wouldn't have stayed. And me, I could care less. How long does it take me to fall asleep?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well, it's probably closer to like 2 minutes, but
no, it's 2 seconds.
I go to sleep pretty quickly, so I don't care.
But we didn't have an experience.
No,
we didn't. I thought I saw a cat out of the corner of my eye at one point. But that was
a ghost cat.
It was.
That's what
it
we had was a ghost cat.
So if we ever go back there again and I see it again, I'm gonna freak out.
But yeah, I didn't see it because I was already asleep.
But we did the haunted tour.
Yep, haunted tour was great.
Wasn't.
Yeah, we didn't see anything. I was hoping to. I mean, I was taking video and pictures and all that, and couldn't capture anything. But yeah, but that's her big thing. She doesn't. You don't want to go anywhere where it could be haunted.
We've looked at houses to buy.
Older homes.
We were like, no. Well, he loved them, but I was like, no. I mean, we can walk in. I can walk into one and tell you instantly, yes or no.
I like architecture, so I love older style buildings. Just the design, the work that was put into them. So I love the original old buildings. Just absolutely love them. But when we were looking for a house to buy, we did go look at one house, and that will be the only time I would say we both no, there's no way we're staying in this one. Even the realtor at the time was a good friend of hers, wouldn't go in by herself. Like she thought. Yeah, she
was. When we pulled up in the driveway, she was standing outside. Which she had showed us maybe a couple other houses before, and she was always inside. And she was standing outside the door, and so we went in and looked at it. But we didn't express anything to her that day.
No.
I think I went back to work the next day, and she was there. She was doing 2 part-time jobs.
Yep.
And I told her, and she said, "Yeah, that's why I was standing outside when you arrived."
Yeah,
so she felt it too.
We didn't say anything about it while we were there. We looked around and we got out and we got in the car, and I'm like, something's wrong with that place. So, but that's the only time we've ever, to me, that we both experienced. Like you're all the time looking at stuff like, no, not going to stay there. To me.
I'm not.
As long as a ghost doesn't mess with me while I'm sleeping, I don't. Well, let me back up. I don't even care if it messes with him while I'm sleeping. Just don't wake me up. I get mad when I don't get enough sleep, and I get mad when I'm not able to eat enough. So those two things, I care less. It could be moving stuff around.
Well, last weekend we drove over a bridge that my best friend, she's ruined it for me. She knows the story very well. I can't remember what she told me about it, but something like if you drive over this bridge, I don't know if it's at midnight or if it's just when it's dark.
I think it's midnight.
Like you'll hear a lady screaming or something, and we drove over it during the day. I
was like,
I hate it.
I was like, do you want me to yell out the lady's name to see if we? She's like, no. I mean, it's like 4:00 in the afternoon. You know, the sun's out.
I hate that stuff.
It doesn't bother me.
But you have to believe in that.
I do believe, but it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is going to be the last one.
Last one. Hope I picked a good one. I'll let you read it off here.
Hiking alone.
So go ahead.
So he has a little hiking channel that he does, and I used to go with him. We started out, I probably went first maybe 6 to 8 hikes with him. Yep. And then on the last one, I don't know what happened, but something was wrong with my left ear, and we had gone off to the side on a little trail, and he was speaking to some other man that was there, and I just suddenly got horribly dizzy and just nauseous and had to sit down, and I thought, well, it'll pass. Well, it never did. So it was something with my inner ear. I ended up throwing up on the side of the trail, and we had to leave, and we were about about 2 miles into it, so we had to turn around and go back 2 miles, and that was the roughest 2 miles I've ever had to walk in my entire life. I've been sick like that one other time, well, twice when I was pregnant. I was actually hospitalized, being sick and vomiting. So that was right up there with that. Luckily, it was just a half an afternoon, and I couldn't make myself go back again. It was that bad that I couldn't do it. It was scared me. I've gradually done some easier ones. I did one with my best friend not too long ago, and it went fine. But I don't know, it just scares me. But anyway, so now he hikes alone.
Yeah,
And I don't like it.
Yeah, I get it.
What am I to do?
I mean, I get it. The problem is that, number one, I really like to hike, and two, I'm an early morning person. I wake up, right? So I get up, even on the weekends, I wake up about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm going to go on a hike. So, I mean, I'm up at the trail and probably halfway through before anybody at the house is even up moving around. And I like to go by myself. It's nice being out there in the peace and quiet. It's very relaxing. It doesn't bother me at all. I enjoy it, but, I am up there by myself, and a lot of these trails I do are fairly remote where, I've done some that are 12, 16 miles long, and I don't see anybody on those trails at all. So, if I, twist an ankle or break a leg or something. So we have looked into getting, it's a device that, it's like, I think the thing's like $300, $400, and you have to pay for like a monthly subscription where like it has basically a couple of pre-programmed messages on it. I'd basically put her cell phone number, and like every hour I can hit a button and it basically just says, hey, just, checking in, I'm okay. And if something did happen, then it's got an SOS button where you send it and it sends out the SOS, and then it has my location on it. So we've looked at getting something like that, but for right now, I just go up there by myself and enjoy it. But it worries her a little bit.
Well, because we've had stories recently I know of at least 2, maybe 3, where they've had to bring in helicopters to get people out that have been injured or gotten lost.
Yeah, and so, I stay on trails that are well marked. I've got my map with me at all times. I do know how to use it. I've got a compass. I know how to use it. My cell phone, I've downloaded the All Trails app, which pings all the time and lets me know exactly where I'm at. It gives me a warning if I start to go off trail. So, and I will be honest, most of the trails, there's 2 or 3 times, even in those remote areas, where my cell phone, I keep the volume on so that when I hit a place where I get cell service, it'll ping it, and I'll usually send her a message and let her know where I'm at and I'm okay. So I do try to check in when I do have cell service, but for the most part, I'm out there just by myself.
And the bears.
And the bears and snakes and bees got stung last week. And Bigfoot and werewolves, whatever else is out on the trail. But
well, I did make sure his life insurance was up to date.
Yep, I'm worth a lot more dead than I am alive. So she's probably like, hey, you going to go hiking this weekend?
He always says he's going to go out choking on a grape.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be sliding off the side of a mountain.
Listen, if I go out, I hope it is something spectacular, like falling off a cliff, getting mauled by a bear, like being at the ocean and getting attacked by a shark, like something where it's newsworthy, when they put it and it's like, oh, this guy died because of this. If it does occur, why die something stupid like choking on a grape, or please just make up something. Tell them that I was fending off like 12 home invaders or something, and they forced a grape down my throat or something. That's how I died. I don't know, but make it up. I want to go out with a story. Please don't make it something stupid.
I'll make something up.
So do you want to do one more? Or are we done on topics?
I think we're done.
All right, well.
Until we can add more to the...
No, we don't need to add for a while. We got a whole bowl.
Well, I thought of 2 or 3 more just sitting here.
All right, well, she needs to write those down, and I'm pretty sure it's all like, what have I done? What have I done wrong?
It's not a competition. You do some things.
Well, if it is a competition, you know how competitive I am.
He does a lot of the laundry and the dishes for me. But...
I'm obsessive about it, and that bothers her. Like, there'll be 3 dishes in the sink, and I've got to wash them.
And he'll stop a movie and say, I got to do these dishes.
Yeah, I can't.
Stops the movie to do 3 or 4 things in the scene.
I'm sure that's in
Instead of
this.
where I was, yeah, it probably is.
It's in this. But yeah. I do try to help out though
He
where I
does.
can.
So I am going to give him a compliment instead of
Just
trying
beating
to
up on me.
doggy.
Just beating up on me the whole time. So it's fine. I can take it.
So,
But anyway, we just wanted to do this little video. We're hoping this is fun and that you enjoyed it. We see a lot of other videos out there, channels where it's usually younger couples, and they're basically recording, you know, their life early on, and you know, as they have kids and stuff. But it's very rare we see any that's got a couple that's been married for, you know, 30 years or more. So we were trying to have a little bit of fun with it. We'll probably get into some more serious stuff as we go, but we try to keep this one a little lighthearted. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. And we would ask that you hit the subscribe button. That way, if we put out another video, at least you'll get a notification. But until next time, this is Travis.
this is Bridget.
And this is Marriage Matters. And we'll see you then.
Bye.